Well, I'm going to be in the kitchen this morning making a banana bread, so come along with me. I want to tell you, this cake, this banana bread that I'm going to be making is, I know it's over 40 years old. My mama made it for us when we were growing up, and when I got married, I got the recipe and I made it for me and Randy, and then as the boys came along, it became a Thanksgiving and tradition, a Christmas tradition, and so I have to tell on Scott, my oldest boy. You know, Thanksgiving is a lot harder, and I just want to cancel it. I'll just be honest with you. But I still want to be with my family, and Randy would not have wanted me to cancel it, so we're going to go on with it. But I looked at him, I said, well, y'all, I'm just not going to have time to cook, so everybody got a little something to cook, and that'll help. But I said, well, I'm not making a banana bread because I won't have time. And the look that I got from Scott was like, that was the dumbest thing that ever came out of my mouth. Or either it was one of those, if you go to sleep, sleep with one eye open. So instead of breaking their hearts, I decided that I would make this banana bread. And so it's not the traditional banana bread. It's different. And I'll explain things to you as we're cooking, but I just want to give you a little family history of this cake, because it has been in our family for a long time. I don't know if you call it cake or bread. The boys call it banana bread. I think the original name is called Kentucky Pound Cake. I want to say that's it. But we call it banana bread because I just make it with bananas. But if you're doing something else, I guess you could call it the Kentucky Pound Cake. So let's get started. My oven is preset to 125. So I've separated my eggs. It's 4 eggs. I've got the egg yolks in here and the egg whites in here. And I'm going to attempt to do it in front of the camera. And that's it. So I'm just going to put my egg whites over to the side for a little bit. And go from there. Alright, so now I'm going to add 3/3 cup of oil. Guess I need to get my beater on here. And then I'm going to put in 2 cups of sugar. It's just eggs and oil and sugar. But I got an aggravating little gnat wanting to be bugging me around here. So I'm going to put my cinnamon in next, and that's 2½ teaspoons. Because if it's got cinnamon, it's got to be good. And I'm just going to guess that. Oh, it already smells so good. Instead of using regular bananas, and I'm sorry, I talk when this thing's on. What I was saying, if you're prayers warriors, I really could use your prayer this week, because it's a little difficult. So instead of using regular bananas like you would do in a traditional banana bread, which I love the traditional banana bread, this recipe calls for baby food. So I put 2 jars of baby food. Now I'm going to tell you, the reason this is banana bread for my family is because this is about the only this is the only banana bread recipe that they like, and it's more of a cake than a bread, but they like it. And but you can substitute this bananas for pineapple, a small can of pineapple, and the juice and all. You can use baby sweet potatoes, anything baby food. You could eat regular. I mean, you could use regular apple sauce. My mama used to make it with, and I don't know if you can find them now, but used to find prunes in the baby food. If you can't find it, you could always grind you some prunes up. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: this is delicious with prunes. A prune cake. Yeah, that squeaking sounds awful. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grind this up and try not to talk. It's come out pretty and brown. And I'm going to get my spatula and get the sides off. Now it's not, like I said, I like the traditional banana bread with you use bananas, but Randy and the boys preferred this, so I never made the, when I first got married I made the bananas. I made bananas with, I got an aggravating bug, gnat wanting to hang around. I made it, but, and he ate it, he liked it, but the boys, they don't like the traditional banana bread, so. Alright, I don't measure out my vanilla, I'm sorry. It says 1 tablespoon, I just give it a little squirt. Can you get too much vanilla? You probably could, but. Alright, and I'm going to add my flour. It's 2½ cups of self-rising flour. And I just add a little bit of this at a time so I can scrape those sides. I'll tell you what, cooking with video cameras and lights are a lot different than just cooking. I'm kind of stuck in here with the cord from the lighting, and so I'm not going anywhere. I was gonna go look for something, but I'm kind of stuck till I cut the tape off. We have a family tradition around our house that we've always done. Randy and I started it our first Thanksgiving, I think, or might not have been our first one. It might have been our second or third one. I think it was our third one. By then we had Scott, and our tradition was that we always went around and said what we were thankful for, and so it carries on with our grandchildren now. And I'm just adding 2 cups of chopped nuts. I'll show you how good that looks. You know, I'm gonna I'm gonna mix those nuts in there a bit better. Alright, so we got our eggs stiffed, and so we're just going to fold these in. Daniel's back. He forgot something. He's wanting to say something to y'all. I don't know what it is, but he can't be seen. I don't think he wants to eat egg white. I don't think they have that great of flavor. See? Why'd I have to put up with y'all? Look at this finger. Chop it off! Y'all, I'm lazy. I don't fold it in with my hand too much. I fold it in with my mixer.
And it still tastes just as good.
Even though he likes it without nuts. The other two likes it. The other two likes it with nuts. And Randy liked it with nuts, but Daniel, he don't like it with nuts. So I don't know if you'll eat any of this.
I'm already enough of a nut. I don't need any more nuts in my life.
Yeah, well. Y'all tell him bye. He's headed to work.
Yep.
Be careful. Alright, so I'm just gonna, I haven't got it all mixed up yet. I'm gonna get that last little bit. I'm just trying to get it off the bottom where it be. And I'll have the recipe linked below, so if anybody wants to make it. Now, let me grab my other stuff here. Got my recipe over there out the way. I put my flour on wax paper so that I can sift it. I didn't show you that. But what I'm going to do is fold this in half. And you've seen it on other recipes. But if you haven't seen it, then I'm folding this in half again. And then I'm going to fold it into a triangle. And not going to fold. I'm going to flip my, I'm using a 2-pan. And I'll put my point in the middle and then fold over on both sides. And then I'm just going to snip it and then cut on that fold. Turn my pan back over and put my wax paper down. Sometimes they tear because I don't put them big enough. And then I'm going to spray it with Pam. My pan real good. And I might not have showed you, but I sprayed my pan and I got my wax paper. Hard to see it all when you're trying to do it and get it all going. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm right-handed and the camera's on the right side, on the left side, so it smells good. If it doesn't, if the boys didn't like it, it sure does smell good. Getting the pan clean. These little spatulas, when I first had some, I hated them. And I didn't use them too much because I just didn't know how to use them. And then, so I learned how to use them, I reckon. And they really clean that bowl. Really good. There's, if you wanted to lick it, it really wouldn't be much there to lick, would it? Except maybe the side. Alright, I'm going to put this in the oven. It's going to go for an hour. Whoops. And I can see it without my eyeballs. You know, an hour and 20 minutes. So, we'll be back. So, I walked into the kitchen. I can smell it in the room that I was in. But I came into the kitchen. And I got like 16 minutes left, and the smell just about floored me away, y'all. It's brought back 36 years of memories. I'm 10 months out of his passing. And it's tough. So I just wanted to show you. It just came out the oven. Too bad you can't smell it. Oh, it smells so good. But that's got to cool for about 25 minutes. And then I'll take it out. All right, I'm going to let that cool while I'm heading out to work. Randy and I remember we first got married. I had a little Santa Claus on a little snowman. Might have been about 12 inches tall, and we put him on our little bitty front porch. And from there, it just grew and grew. We don't decorate like we used to because we try to do it more towards Jesus. And it always has been, but, you know, whatever little cartoon characters we could find that was plastic and lights. Our whole front yard would be lit up like a city. You could literally see us down the road when you was coming. We had so many lights. But the way we would spend our Thanksgiving when the boys was little or younger until they, you know, Andrew got married, we would have Thanksgiving lunch. And of course, we told what we was thankful for. And that's the timer I gotta get. And we would clean up the kitchen, and then we would go out and we would spend the rest of the day and part of the next day decorating. And then at nighttime, we would ride down the road. There's a road in front of our house, and we would ride back up that road just to see our lights because we just love lights. We were like kids. And so we've done everything. We've dressed up like Mr. and Miss Santa Claus and been in the yard waving at people when they went by. You know, just craziness, I reckon. But it was fun, and we enjoyed it. And on Thanksgiving night, we would, after we got through getting the tree and stuff up, we would usually watch a movie or do something together and have hot chocolate popcorn. And so that was just the memories of what we did with our boys when they were little and growing up. We don't decorate like that now, and our Thanksgiving we get together at supper time, so there's no decorating until the next day.